because I'm not professional. Hey guys, just wanted to jump on for a quick second. A little bit of a rant about some things going on that I really feel passionate about, that I really feel in my heart that I should speak about, that are a little controversial. You know, we have a lot going on in our world and a lot of really strong opinions right now. And although I respect everyone's right to have a difference of opinion, I just feel like in my head and my heart, this is something that I want to speak out on. And I know people who start YouTube channels would probably tell you to never do something like this, never get too political or post your own personal opinions, but it's just something I really feel the need to point out. So with that being said, I'm just going to jump right into it. So I was watching the news and I've been hearing about this on the radio and talking about how cities and businesses and even places down to apartment buildings are preparing for the night of the election. They're not preparing for celebration. They're preparing for civil unrest. And I quote that. Civil unrest is what places in the United States of America are preparing for the night of the election. And I just think it's really important that we take a minute to really think about that. In the United States of America, cities, towns, states, all across our nation, businesses, apartments, places of people's homes where they live are planning for civil unrest. On election night. Now, a funny thought of mine would be, well, that must mean Trump's going to win, right? If they're planning for civil unrest, they have to be planning for Trump to win, even though all of these polls and all of these reports are telling all of us that he's not going to win, that Biden's going to win, all these predictions that Biden's going to win. These places are preparing for a Trump win. And you might say, no, they're just preparing for civil unrest no matter how, because this is such a big election and people are so passionate about it. They're just planning for anything to happen. But that's not true. That is not true. And you won't convince me that it is. Because as someone who is a Trump supporter, I have to tell you, if Biden wins, we all know that we'll be fine. We will be okay. We will not be coming to your cities, your towns. We will not be screaming in the street. We will not be doing that. These places are preparing for a Trump win in the outrage that will follow that. But it is sad to me that the world and society that we are living in our country, has gotten to this point that if things do not go a specific way, we destroy the homes and towns and businesses and places where we live. It is sad to me. And I think what people seem to forget are where you are on the spectrum of politics, from the farthest right to the furthest left, to the closest moderate to libertarian. I think what people are forgetting during these times in these elections recently is that we have a history of a pattern here, you guys. Every 4 to 8 years, there's a new president. Every 4 to 8 years, a new party is in power. This is the United States. This is part of our politics and our nation work. Donald Trump is not going to be president forever. The Republicans will not have power forever. The Democrats will not have power forever. It's a cycle. I don't understand where people have forgotten that. President Obama was president for 8 years. Before that, George Bush was president for 8 years. Not going to be forever. We've gotten to this place in society where if people don't get their way, if everyone doesn't get a trophy, then we scream and we cry and we throw fits and we act like children.
This for the first time ever anywhere, the 45th President of the United States of America, Donald Trump.
And it is ridiculous, and there's no reason for it. There's no reason for it at all. Because guess what? In the next 4 to 8 years, things are going to swing back your way. So I do not care how much you disliked Obama. I don't care how much you dislike Donald Trump.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
Be good just to hold them down by your side. Yeah.
It's not going to be this way forever. It will be okay. We will all be okay. There is no need for this. The majority of us have good hearts, even if we don't agree politically. It doesn't make us bad people. And I just think that it is so sad that we are living in a time where we have to prepare for the possibility of civil unrest, depending on the result of an election. Because if the election does not go a specific way, that there is this threat of violence and unpredictableness and craziness and hate and emotion, rage. It's beyond me, you guys. It's beyond me how we are living in a time where the United States of America has gotten to a place like this. And if I was going to fault anyone, I'd blame the media. As a society, we have just really gotten to this place where nobody takes accountability anymore. And people just do not know how to handle not getting their way. And we have really got to get a grasp on that all around in this country. We can't live this way forever. We can't be going after each other all the time. We can't be attacking the homes that we live in. We can't have that. And we shouldn't have places preparing for a civil unrest on the night of an election, especially in the United States. It's very sad. Very sad. So whether or not you are a Trump supporter, you're a Biden supporter, or voting for Joe Jorgensen, I think is how you say your name. Probably wrong. I don't know. Correct me, you guys. I'm so sorry. But anyway, if you're more libertarian, whatever side you're on, not sides. I don't like to call it that. Wherever you fall, whoever you're voting for, just know that this is a cycle. It's not the end of the world. It's how our nation works. It's how the world that we live in works. Just calm down. The world is not ending. And if the world ends, the only thing you need to be worried about is your soul. The President of the United States will not matter if the world is ending. The President of the United States will not matter if Jesus comes back. The President of the United States will not matter if a comet from space comes and knocks us all out as a human race, as living beings. Be a good person. Do good things. Don't be the reason that places are preparing for civil unrest the night of the election. Love each other. Be kind to each other, whether you agree or not. And just breathe and know that everything will be okay. Have faith in that. Know the cycle. Understand the cycle. Just be a good human.
We're real happy with what was going on, and at the end of the day, you got to be happy.